The cars don't give you much space to get off the road, do they? Here we are, Philpott Forest Service Road. I'm sure it turns to gravel at some point. I've never been up here before. I really like finding new spots. Hot trail. That's cool. Super duper. You have to keep my eyes on shit though, because there's a lot of intersections. And we've seen what happens when I'm gabbing and not paying attention. I'll ride right past that intersection. Not even know it. Until I'm really lost. Pretty neat. It's pretty. That's pretty. I keep thinking like whatever I look at you can see, but that's not the case anymore. I have to do that later if I can. So yeah, I have no idea what to expect from this road. I'm pretty sure I heard thunder when I was changing my battery. That never makes you feel happy. A bit rockier than I was expecting. Should really start expecting more hardship, because I seem to say that a lot. It's harder than I expected. Oh, look at cows. Hi, little cows. Hi, guys. I'm not gonna bug you, don't worry. It's looking kind of smooth. Have a seat for a bit and conserve some of my strength in case it gets gnarly. I got like 3 batteries and a 1 terabyte SD card for this 360 camera, so shouldn't have to worry too much about running out of battery or SD card anymore. And they said my audio record up to 40 something hours of me yabbering. That should be more than enough too. Especially considering like turning it on and off is going to be more tricky. I might have to just cut more shit out in editing. Which takes a while. My computer's really old too, so I noticed even just importing these clips from the 360 camera, it films at like 5.7K or something like that. And it's like divided between the two cameras, so each, like when you're done the whole thing, it's like it's not a super duper high resolution. But just to work in that resolution is tough for my computer. And so like when I'm going through like editing, it's like jerky and stuff, and the sound's like and like it all turns out kind of in the end, but you're kind of guessing a little bit too. So the money never stops leaving your bank account, basically, because now I'm probably going to need a new computer, so that's fun. I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. It's this way. This way? Yeah, this is the right way. It's just a little concerning when you see the roadside with a big like orange cross spray painted through it. I'm assuming that means that this road is no longer active or maintained. Water crossing! I'm gonna take it! I was watching this guy named Richie Vita, and he's in... where was he at? He's in Portugal or Spain or something like that? Wales. I think it was Wales, actually. Anyway, wherever he was is over in Europe, and it was really pretty and cool. But there was this huge, massive dirt hill climb, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit that." And you're just like, "Yeah, hit it, Richie." And he's like, lines it up, and he gets some speed. And at the last minute, he veered off, and I was just like, "Ah!" He really got me. I thought he was going for it. This ain't so bad so far. I have also learned not to count my chickens before they're giving me eggs. Whatever the saying. You know what I mean. I have arrived at my spot, but I want to keep going. And I'm on the right road. So I did just pass an intersection. And I don't want to get lost today. Well, metaphorically. It's not literally. And I turn up here. Lake. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. Look at me. Pro. Absolute pro at getting myself into trouble. Anyone out there ever wants to come riding with me? Be prepared to wait. You can either wait for me or help me pick up my bike and ride it home because I'm hurt. Or I'll just come out by myself. Honestly, so much more enjoyable with the proper sprocket on the back. Sure, everyone, including myself, is tired of me whining about that, but like, wow, it's made such a difference. I think that's really been surprising to me. Like, little changes can make such a big difference to how your bike goes. And there's like little adjustments I made to the handlebars and stuff, like standing up feels so much more comfortable, whereas my hands are concerned, like my arms, the wrists, and everything just wasn't proper. It was pretty like comfortable sitting, but yeah, now it's just feels better both actually. Over there. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Wow. Cool. You never know what you're gonna find in the woods. Ooh, it's so bumpy. Oh, that's pretty close to my camera. It's already got mud on it too. Yeah, I should put that back on my face. Aberdeen Lake Road. I'm just gonna change that. It's a little scary. It's still new, but that's probably some pretty cool footage. I'm gonna wipe you with some shirt. you got muddled too. Alright. Let's make sure these are still wide. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Understanding what these stop sign notices are up in here. Pretty sure ain't no stop sign, and if there is, I just ran it. Be like Roscoe from the Dukes of Hazzard sitting in the bushes with a cut down stop sign. I'm gonna get him. The weekend. I love it. It's like I woke up this morning, had some coffee, watched someone ride down a road just like this one pretty much, and then I got my gear on, and now I'm doing the same thing, and I don't have to go to work tonight. How fun is that? If I did have to go to work, I would be phoning in sick right about now. Thought I'd just take you on this little rip out of this place because it's pretty neat. And I'd just take you up Trinity Valley Road a bit, see how smooth it is. And I'll probably let you go until I go to the cafe in Armstrong and have a little taste test. There's nothing new. And like I said, this road is it's almost like a tarmac road anyway. So much. Heard on Adventure Rider Radio last week, I think they said, I think it was like something like 640,000 kilometers of Forest Service roads and like unpaved back roads in BC. Isn't that amazing? I've heard that only 20% of the roadways in BC are paved. But I had no idea that was such a huge count in kilometers. Like, holy smokes. I could literally just spend the rest of my life exploring British Columbia. That was the takeaway of that episode. They were talking about like traveling closer to home. And it's like I was mentioning before with the like taking where you live for granted. It seems like I'm not the only one that does that, and like people are like, oh my god, vacation time, I gotta get as far away from here as possible. And we never really explore where we're from. And yeah, a lot of people are having a lot of good experiences exploring where they live. There isn't really an ugly corner of the world, so something nice to see wherever you are, I would believe. It's definitely something realized since riding a motorcycle is how much there is in the Okanagan to see. There's so much. It's such a pretty place. People come from all over the world to see it. And I'm like, ugh. It's so boring here. It's like, you just gotta get out. It's not like a happening area. Like, it's not like there's like a lot of super duty awesome events going on everywhere around that are like organized and fun, but you just get out on a bike into the backcountry a little bit, and you'd be pretty surprised at how good it makes you feel. And I honestly think that has a lot to do with just us as a species, right? Like, this is what we were designed to live in. Remember who I was talking to, but I was talking, and we were talking about like how much more we have than what we need, and like realizing how little you need when you go on like a motorcycle camping trip. It's like you can only bring so much stuff, and then to find that it's really all you need. It's like some shelter, some water, something to eat. Like, we don't really require a lot, but we've definitely made life way more complicated than it needs to be. And I guess that's called progress. But I don't know. To me, it feels wrong. It all feels wrong. Like, the more analog I am, and the more outside and just like absorbing nature, is like, it just feels like better to me than having all the latest bells and whistles on everything, and living in a really fancy giant box that cost me a couple $1 million that I'll never pay off. It's like, I don't know. My mom said she was at Home Depot the other day, and there's this really old guy working, and he's struggling to move around, and my mom was like, maybe you should take a break, and he's like, I can't take breaks. If I take a break, I can't get up again. And it's just like, this poor old man is like, and he's like, I only have like 4 or 5 years left in my mortgage. And it's like, I gotta keep working till I pay that off, then I can retire. And you're just like, I don't know, man. Like, it just does not seem worth it. And it's hard to tell, like, people from a generation where home ownership was, like, easy to be all like, I don't want a home. Like, I don't want a mortgage. I don't want to buy a house. To me, that's just like a shackle that I've just spent the last 2 years breaking free from. It's like, I don't want to tie myself to shit like that again. It's like, I don't know. I know everyone needs shelter, and I don't know what my housing solution is going to look like. But I know I don't want to be paying a fucking mortgage until I'm 90. Like, what the hell am I going to do with that? Why? Because, like, you know, by the time I'm 90 years old and I pay that fucker off, what am I going to do? Like, sell it and enjoy my life? Like, I don't know. Retire finally at 90? Like, I might as well keep working for 2 more years and die. I don't know, man. To me, it doesn't seem worth it. I was riding through a really exclusive neighborhood in Kelowna a couple weekends ago, and I'm just like, all these cookie cutter houses look exactly the same. Everybody in their yard dressed exactly the same, doing exactly the same gardening chores, and you're just like, why the fuck is this our dream? Like, people are like, yeah, my home ownership dream, like, this is what I want in my life, and you're like, what? I don't know, I'm so fucking weird, I guess, that it's just, to me, that looks like a fucking nightmare. I don't know, man. I don't want to look like my neighbor and go to the same workplace my neighbor does, and like have the same house as my neighbor and the same car as my neighbor and the same garden as my neighbor, and like yeah. And my dad, all with his like snotty like tone, is all like, well, what do you want then? And I'm like, I just want to be happy. Like, being shackled to a fucking mortgage for the next 40 years is not going to make me happy. I had all that shit. I had everything society tells you to have, man, and I was not a happy person. I almost killed myself multiple times. So it's like, no, that's not what I need. I find right now, right here, doing this, I'm happier. I'm happier than I ever was sitting in the home I've paid for. So, I don't know. It's just interesting to see that, like people are different. People have different dreams and aspirations and goals, and it's like, it's all part of, like, my trauma from my younger days. I was never allowed to figure that out. Or what I felt I was unacceptable in the eyes of my father, for sure. And then, yeah, just like, this is what you need to do. So I found a partner that really wanted that too, but like, they wanted it, and I wasn't sure if I did. I didn't know. I knew that I'm supposed to. This is what I'm supposed to want. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is how I'm supposed to live. But yeah, people are different, right? And it's okay. You don't have to buy in, man. You can live your life on your own terms. We all deserve just to be happy people. And living a life that is not what you want, you'll never find happiness in that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm always so heavy. Fucking lighten up, y'all. Sorry. This is kind of my new therapy sessions, I guess. Hey everybody, I'm here in Armstrong, just heading out of Armstrong. A little road called Fraser Road that hooks up to one of my favorites, Otter Lake Road. It's a fun road with a really cute name. But, kind of like I feared, the Wild Oak Cafe was closed at 4 o'clock, and it's 4:45. Excuse me. By the time I'm rolling into town, so I missed it. Typical me, day late and $1 short. What can you do? I guess I'll have to come back and test my hypothesis that it's not the best coffee in BC. Another day. That always gets me though, like Starbucks is a cafe and they're open till 10. Just because it's 4 o'clock doesn't mean nobody wants a coffee. I understand if it's a small business, nobody wants to work all the fucking time either, right? I mean, like 8? 7? 7 would be good. Hell, I would have taken 5 so I could have ran in and got one. I just wanted to try it. But typical me, I could have made it here in like an hour and had all day to drink coffee. but I took the long way because that's really fun. This Otter Lake Road is just super. Oh my god, goats! Goats, 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 goats. I think they're so cute. Love me some goats. So anyway, yeah, just heading back then, I guess. No coffee tasting, but I did get to take that really cool route from Rutland to Vernon. Cold Stream to be more specific. But yeah, that was a neat little route. So if anyone joined me and made it all the way through, thank you. I know this is very much a learning ride, so my edit is going to be a fucking nightmare. And I've got to learn a better way to deal with the audio control. I was actually thinking, while the camera was down, I can run the wire through the sleeve of my coat and like have the control unit velcroed to my sleeve, and then I can at least hit stop record. Because other than that, it's like I have to dig in my pocket to turn it off. And this is my third 360 camera already just today. So it's like leaving it running and taking care of it in editing isn't a solution. Like I need to be more selective when I use it. Otherwise I'll run out of batteries all the time. But then I'd have to stop and dig in my pocket to turn off the audio recording. So if I can have something like that, it's just a really light little unit. I'm sure like adhesive Velcro and the piece on my stitched onto my jacket would be perfect. So I think I'm gonna look into that. So I just got mesmerized by all this stunningness again. It happens. But yeah, I was just saying thanks. So thanks for coming. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for helping me figure out this 360 camera editing shit. And yeah, hope maybe you found something new today. Just got out and had some fun, or did that vicariously through me. That's super cool. Never thought anyone would look at my life and think that's interesting. So yeah, even if that's happening, I'll take it. But yeah, I'm just gonna make my way back to the homestead, and I guess I'll have a coffee and a muffin there. Alright, see if I can find a place to pull on over here. But yeah, take care everybody. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.